Remember when everyone wrote NEAR off as just another L1? Well, May flipped that script. 290,000 on-chain swaps, $70 million in volume, Bitwise sneaking an ETF filing into Delaware, and an eye-watering $12 technical target flashing on the 2-week chart. While the crowd argues about Solana fees or base hype, smart money is front-running a textbook triangle breakout that could 5x before the market blinks. Stay tuned, because by the time this video ends, you'll know exactly why a sleepy $2 coin may soon join the double-digit club. See that May candle? Nearly 290,000 swaps and a vertical ribbon of liquidity. That's not farm bots. Those are real intents routed through NEAR's new on-chain order router. April looked healthy, but May was a statement. Sure, June cooled, but volume lag always follows an explosive month. Think of it as the deep breath before the next sprint. If this were leg day at the gym, May was the guy hogging the squat rack and leaving the bar bending. Volume precedes price, and price loves fresh narratives. Keep that in mind, because the narrative's about to get louder. ETF filings are the crypto equivalent of backstage passes. Dull legal paperwork until the lights hit the stage. Bitwise slipped this filing on April 24th, and the crowd barely blinked. Remember how long the Bitcoin ETFs marinated before the SEC greenlit them? Early filings rarely move price today. They plant a headline that regulators, funds, and journalists will recycle once momentum shows. When that happens, you'll hear, "Oh, NEAR was always on institutions' radar." You and I will know different. The seed was planted back in spring, and we saw it first. NEAR outranked Solana and Base in user counts this month. That's right. The protocol dubbed the AI chain quietly topped the podium. And check the side panel. Etherlink, Base, and Say were the fastest risers, but NEAR held the crown. Dominance in users matters more than temporary TVL spikes. Users stick around, mercenary capital does not. Where do developers follow users? Exactly. Yellow line, that's global M2 money supply turning north. Red-green candles, NEAR's price. Historically, NEAR lags liquidity by roughly 2 quarters. Translation: a macro tailwind is pointing due north, and our triangle is sitting right at the jet stream. Another tailwind? Data availability. NEAR tops CryptoRank, CoinMarketCap, and CoinGecko's DA lists. The market is waking up to modular stacks. Celestia, Eigenlayer, Avail, and NEAR already has the throughput and user base. Grayscale just bundled 20 AI-focused assets. NEAR sits at slot number 2 by market cap, only behind BitTensor. If big money wants exposure to decentralized AI, they now have an index, and NEAR is pre-installed. Kinda nice when liquidity funnels straight into your bags, huh? Code doesn't lie. Over 100 distinct contributors shipped almost 700 commits in 6 months, on pair with Ethereum and Chainlink. That's not a ghost chain. Activity without throughput is congestion. Throughput without users is an empty highway. NEAR rates top 3 in active monthly addresses and averages 60 transactions per second, beating Base, BNB, and yes, even Tron. Not bad for a chain many still call niche. User heat plus block speed equals retention. That's a cocktail the market chronically underprices until it doesn't. Let's zoom out. We've been coiling in a monster descending triangle since late 2021. Price respected both the upper trend line and the rising base for separate times. Think of it as tightening jaws on spring steel. The 236 fib extension at $3.35 is the gateway. A weekly close above sets our first bull flag. Should that snap, our first take profit target sits at the 0.5 retracement, roughly $5, where I'll personally harvest about 30% of the position. TP2 aligns with the 786 at $6.80, good for a 50% trim. The moonshot? TP3 around $12, where the final 20% rides or dies. Looking the Heiken-Ash RSI indicator, momentum is crawling out of oversold. Last time the yellow line curved upward under this rising support, we ran 7x into $9. Past performance yada yada, but patterns rhyme for a reason. I'm not here to feed hopium. Weekly candle closes under $1.60 invalidate the setup. That's my hard stop. Could we fake out? Always. But position size to survive a wick and live to reload. Yes, we're down 88% from all-time high. But smart traders pray for dips inside structures. Tourists chase candles. Where do you want to stand? Drop your strategy below. Tight stop scalps or ride or die swing. Picture the convergence. A record user activity, a stealth ETF filing, AI index inclusion, and a technical coil begging to release. Markets rarely gift this many aligned catalysts. Maybe you missed Solana sub $20. That sting of regret? Channel it. Act. Don't react when the data screams opportunity. And if you're serious about turning setups like this into repeatable results, my ebook DeFi, Financial Freedom, breaks down how to use your profits to earn yield through staking, liquidity pools, and other strategies. Priced at a coffee-friendly $4.99, link in the pinned comment. It's the playbook I wish I had before tossing my first paycheck into random altcoins. Grab it, study it, and meet me back here when TP1 pings. So, will NEAR be the next headline darling? Time will tell, but the ingredients are simmering. Smash the like button if you learn something, subscribe for one breakdown every day, and ring that bell so YouTube actually shows them to you. Question of the day. Where do you think NEAR tops this cycle? $8, $12, or are we talking parity with Solana? Comment below. Finally, if you want a head start on the broader market context, tap the video on screen now, a deep dive into Polygon's breakout setup. Trust me, the dots connect. Stay curious, stay cynical, but never stop learning. I'm Crypto Yield Pro, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next one.